Konnichiwa everyone, it's Dan from JaDan.co.uk and today I'm talking about the JLPT. Just for finding my video everyone, I appreciate that. Today's video is all about JLPT, what it means, what it does, and why I'm talking about it today. So if you're interested in JLPT, be sure to stick around. But before we get started today, today's question. Are you currently studying Japanese? I am. Are you? That's today's question. Comment section below. Let a bro know. We can talk about it. But let's get started with today's video. Today's video, as I said, is all about JLPT. And you might be asking yourself, what is that? What does it mean? Well, JLPT stands for Japanese Language Proficiency Test. And the clue is in the name. You know, it's a proficiency test for Japanese language. JLPT. And basically it's a series of tests to gauge your ability and understanding of the Japanese language. These tests are administered twice a year. So you can only take them twice a year. One's in June and one's in December, I think. And registration for the tests usually ends a couple of months before the test is due to happen. So probably finishes in April and September. So if you are interested, register before those dates for the next test. Cool. The test is available to anyone all over the world. You can take it anywhere. You have to go to a test center. You can't do it online, but there's test centers all over the world, and of course in Japan it's much easier to take the test with every kind of prefecture having a testing center you can go to. There's no age limit, like you can do any age, and yeah, it's something that's widely used to gauge Japanese language ability among Japanese speakers. So the actual test consists of 5 levels. There's JLPT N5, which is the most basic level, right through to JLPT N1, which is like the gaffer stage. The top dogs are up there, and in between, there's different stages. And basically each test is made up of different kind of stages. Like JLPT N5 is quite simple. It's for basically people who've not been studying that long. And it consists of like kanji, listening, grammar, vocabulary, and reading. So, and then right through to N1, which is kind of the same, but there's much more difficult, like grammar and vocabulary and kanji and stuff. So it's going to be like a wide range of skills that you need to go through. And the JLPT test is actually used for a couple of reasons. It's used to, gauge your own Japanese level for your own satisfaction, like, oh cool, I'm JLPT N3, that's awesome. But it's also used for like applying for work in Japan. If you're working in Japan, or living in Japan, or anything like that, sometimes job requirements will say, okay, you need to be N2. And if you haven't got a certificate, even if you're sick at Japanese, and you haven't got a certificate that says I can do it, maybe you're not going to get that job. So, that's another reason it's widely used. In terms of like why I'm talking about it, is I've decided that I'm going to study for these tests. I know I don't like tests and I don't like studying, but I've decided, a bit of personal growth, I'm going to go for it. Until now, like I can speak a bit of Japanese and I understand a bit, but I never took it seriously. When I came to Japan, I studied enough to get by and have a conversation, and I never really cared. I never bothered to study kanji, I never bothered to, really study grammar. I had enough to get by, and that's all I cared about. But recently, I've been deciding, like, personal growth, I'm going to be in Japan long term, I should probably try and get some qualifications and at least try and understand where my Japanese level actually is, because people said to me like, oh, how good's your Japanese? I'm like, I don't know, pretty crap. But I don't really have an answer for you. So not only can I gauge my own personal growth in Japanese, but it gives me something to study towards. Like when I'm left to study my own devices, I don't know what I'm doing. If I've got a test coming up and I know I need to know these things for that test, I can study. So it's 3 parts. It's like I want to gauge my own Japanese level, give me something to actually study towards and some goals, and also I want to get qualified for in case I decide to switch careers in future. So that's why I'm going to take this test. And basically I'm also going to make a video series called JLPT Quest, first video you're watching now. And these videos are going to be like a diary of my quest towards JLPT. And basically I'm going to be discussing things like study materials, like actually the overview of the test and booking the test and what I need to do. I'm also going to be sharing with you like how I study certain things like grammar or vocabulary summit, and basically it's going to be an overview of what to expect if you're deciding to study JLPT as well. So with that in mind, let's crack on and start this new video series. So that's it for this video, but be sure to check out the next one. If you're new around here, subscribe button below, I'd appreciate that. And if you are into this video, be sure to share it on your social media and all that thing. But today's video is over, so thanks for watching, and as always, until next time, JaDan.